gentlemen, welcome to Road STEM class. It's Mr. Dowd here. Happy Thursday. Now, I know I screwed up the last 2 days, on what day it is at least. I forgot to incorporate that we don't have school on Monday because of MLK Day. So I recorded Mondays and Tuesdays, and that just got pushed back to Tuesday and Wednesday. But anyways, today is Thursday. That is 100% correct. And we're going to go through and continue working on our bridge project. So far, I have 4 done. I have 6 to go because I want 10 bridges. So I go back over to my list. What's the next bridge on here? The Tower Bridge, also known as the London Bridge, I do believe, because London Bridge is falling down. So let's go over to Google Earth, go to the search bar, and type in Tower Bridge. Interesting picture. Here we go. What river is this? I believe it is the River Thames. Yep, River Thames. Perfect. I remember my geography from way back when I was your age. So there's a Tower Bridge. Does anyone know what kind of bridge this is? If you know, let me know or message me in class and I will tell you if you're right or wrong. What kind of bridge is this? But obviously it's called Tower Bridge because there are 2 towers on it with the suspensions. So technically this will lift up, I do believe, so different boats can go through. All right, so let's go ahead and get this measured. Put it into 2D version. Oop, I keep clicking the wrong button. Get over 2D. Cool. So let's go to the measuring tool, make sure it's in miles. If the bridge is very short, like if it's 0.01 miles or something, you can put it into feet instead, just because it'll be very small, obviously. Let's stick with regular miles. I'm going to do from here to the other drawbridge. So it is 0.18 miles. So if I type in Tower Bridge, see how long they say it is. Oh, that's not what we're looking for. Right, let's go to Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is sometimes right. Its total length is 244 meters, 801 feet. So if I switch it into feet just to see, so I have it based on a little bit longer, by like 100 feet or so, 150 feet. But that's okay, that's close enough for me. Stick with miles. Go back over to our bridges. So Tower, oh, why is that so tall? Change that to 12. Bridge, and what did I say it was? 0.18 miles, 0.18 miles. Perfect. So that's 5, so we need 5 more. What's the next most famous bridge? We have the Charles Bridge. It's in Czechoslovakia, or well, the Czech Republic now. It used to be Czechoslovakia. So let's type that into Google Earth. Charles Bridge. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that this project is due on Friday. Okay, so I gave you guys nearly 2 weeks on it. There should be plenty of time to get this project done. So the Arch Bridge in Prague. Cool. So this looks like a fairly big, long bridge. Over what river is this? It's over the I can't say it. Vidava Bridge or Vidava River. Anyways, I'll go ahead and measure this next class, but we have one more day of this, and it's the weekend anyways. So everyone have a fantastic Friday Eve. I'll see you guys all today.
Hello Gators. Today we're going to make a crusted chicken with broccoli and sweet potatoes for dinner. So I sprayed this pan. Okay. I have 2 chicken breasts which I rinsed with water. Okay, and I'm going to coat them with this mustard and a coating that's like breadcrumbs. Okay, so first, you know what, maybe I'm going to get a spoon. Okay, this is a good way to have chicken if you're kind of bored with the same old, same old. So I put this, and then I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to sit like this. So it sticks to the crust, then you put it here. Okay. I'm taking this. Okay. This is messy, but it's worth it. Okay, so all the crumbs are, all the coating is on here with the mustard. Okay, so I coated the chicken with the mustard. So now I'm gonna put on the other side of this pan some broccoli. So this mustard that I put in the chicken is just a honey Dijon mustard. And this is like a breadcrumb coating. Put that over there. This over here. So the broccoli, let's see. What are we gonna do with the broccoli? I probably should cut it up into small pieces. I can take the tree tops off if you want. Some people like them on. Cut them in half so they're not as big. Okay. So my sweet potatoes are going to be mashed, like mashed potatoes. I'll show you now that they're actually cooking on the stove right now because they take about 20 minutes to cook before I can chop them up. Okay, so I'm going to get some olive oil. A little bit of olive oil. Toss them a little bit. They all get coated. Okay, then I'm going to put a little salt and pepper. Okay, now it's going to go in the oven for about 20 minutes. I'm going to show you what it looks like before it goes in. This is what it looks like before it goes in. It's going to go in for 20 minutes at 425. And this are the sweet potatoes. See how they're boiling? I cut them up small. They're orange potatoes, but I cut them up cubed, and they'll take about 15 minutes before they're done. And then I just mash them just like I do regular mashed potatoes. Okay, so right now I'm going to put this in the oven, and I will be on the other side when it's done. This is what it looks like before it goes in. It's going to go in for 20 minutes at 425. And this are the sweet potatoes. See how they're boiling? I cut them up small. They're orange potatoes, but I cut them up cubed, and they'll take about 15 minutes before they're done. And then I just mash them just like I do regular mashed potatoes. Okay, so right now I'm gonna put this in the oven, and I will be on the other side when it's done. Okay, so we are done. This is the chicken. I ended up putting some cheese on the broccoli because I was told that people wanted cheese on their broccoli in my household, so we did that. These are the sweet potatoes. Okay, so I'll put a little bit of sweet potatoes on. Okay. And then a piece of chicken. And I'm gonna grab some broccoli and put some of that on. There you go. And then the rest of this I'm gonna put in a different container so that way it's good for 2 meals. Or 2 people to have. All right, and there it is. So it's a crusted chicken. Oh, you know what? It's crunchy like a fried chicken, but it's baked, so it's healthier for you because frying it isn't as healthy. All right, so voila, it's done.
Hey Gators, welcome back to Language and Play. Alright, hopefully you guys got your character profile done yesterday. Sorry it was a little wonky with the way Google Drive put it in there, but hopefully you were able to just copy and paste it into your own Google Doc. I saw a couple of you were able to do that, so nice job. And today we are going to start thinking about and brainstorming for what you are going to present as that character. This is where the fun comes in. You can reimagine this character in any way you'd like. You can have your character cook a meal. You can have your character describe how to play a video game. You can have your character describe how to make a free throw playing basketball. Some activity that you are really good at, that you really know the details of, right? And that's what you're going to act out as your character, all right? So what I want you to do is I want you to open up a Google Doc, and I want you to start brainstorming all of the things that you are really good at. All right, think about all the things that you are successful at. And you're going to choose one of those to be able to follow up with this character and describe as that character. Okay, like Remy the Rat was a really good cook. What are you really good at, and what are you going to present as this character? All right, that's what we're doing. So can't wait to see what you guys brainstorm. Go get them, Gators.
Hi guys, today we're going to continue talking about implied or visual texture. It's when you create the look of texture on a surface, but the surface remains smooth, but you're making it look like there's some interesting texture on there. So inside this box here, I'm just going to create the look of some sort of a texture. And I think I want to make it look like wood. So I'm going to make it look like it's a wooden surface with maybe a little bit of texture on there. Some grainy texture maybe. So the way you apply line and shape will help you to create these different textures. So I have one square filled with the look of texture. So I created a wooden looking texture. So maybe over here I want to do something that looks like fur. So I'm creating this implied texture just by adding lines in a certain way. You're creating the look of textured surfaces. So maybe that's a furry texture. I want it to look like it's furry. So that's what implied texture is. Maybe I want to do something that looks like a little bit of yarn, like a close-up of some yarn, maybe some woven yarn. So if you looked closely at a sweater, maybe you would see some stitches or some bits of thread, and you would see that texture of the yarn. So I'm trying to create that look, maybe like something you would see on a sweater or something, or a blanket. So those are 3 examples of implied textures. So I'm going to ask you guys to do a project, and you can just trace your hand. We'll just do a hand drawing to start, but then I'm going to ask you guys to fill the drawing in with implied textures. So you can just do a real simple just tracing of your hand, okay? But then I'd like to see you fill the space with those implied textures. Maybe I make my pinky has that wooden appearance, that wooden texture. And maybe as I get lower, I start to make a new texture. Maybe there's just some kind of like a bumpy surface or texture. So try creating different kinds of implied textures by making patterns and lines, and try to make a variety of different kinds of looks of texture. All right, guys? So you're going to fill the whole hand in with different kinds of implied textures. So there's 3. I'm going to continue to work on this one. Maybe I will do something that looks kind of prickly. So maybe like something that's a little prickly. Something that if you touched it, it would be pointy and maybe sharp. So you guys can practice making some different kinds of implied textures if you want to, and then you can start the actual drawing of the hand and fill that hand in with different implied textures. And then feel free to color in the background. All right, guys? I can't wait to see all your creations.
Episode of Virtual PE. I'm Miss Reed. Hi, we're going to continue the lower stretch workout with me. So we're going to grab one leg and pull. our back. And we're gonna reach with our toes and our arms, and we're gonna do a full body stretch. It's as if you're being pulled in opposite directions. Good. You're gonna grab both feet and pull them to your chest. This is a lower body stretch. Or lower back stretch, sorry. Put one foot out in front of the other, and you're going to cross the other leg over. And you're going to try and keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Okay, very good. You're going to put one ankle over the other opposite knee, and you're going to kind of pull. You should feel this in your gluteus maximus muscle, which is your bum muscle. The other thing you do is kind of lift your body up. You want to stretch it that way too. And switch. Opposite foot, opposite knee. Last one we're going to do is calf muscle stretch. Just grab the toe. And switch. Guys, thanks for stretching with me. Have a great day.
Okay guys, Thursday stretch day on the floor because the first stretch I want to do, you have to go from the floor. What I want you to do is take your left arm, put it out, your right foot back, and just lean back and hold. Let's go. Right arm out, left foot back, lean back and hold.
little bit. Just do some arm circles. Backwards. Good. Put your weight even on your head. Switch. Let's get your neck. Left. Right. Okay, hand on your shoulder. Some pressure back. Switch, your shoulder, pressure back. Hand up. Switch. And we're done. Good job. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching Enrichment TV, Gators. Remember, work hard, be nice, and we'll see you tomorrow.